going to be my first video here at Backpocket Game Reviews where I'm taking kind of feedback that I've gotten from my audience. I've done several GameStop videos, and I've actually received several messages on, hey man, how could I get into GameStop? I'd really like to work there. So we're going to do how to get hired at GameStop. So first thing, be a regular. A lot of times we would hire our regulars at our store. Don't be one of the annoying regulars, one of the people who just pre-order something just because you think it's cool, but then you're going to have to cancel it later anyways, because canceling pre-orders sucks. As an employee, that's one thing you will get reamed about, is if people are canceling a lot of pre-orders on you, because that counts against you. You could have a negative percentage for the day, and yeah, your manager, or at least your district manager, won't be super happy about it. And that's kind of why I never really pushed a lot of the games that they would tell us to push. Like, oh, push Call of Duty, push this. I'd push games that I was very excited about and I thought that the customers that I worked with would really like. So, again, be a regular. Don't be the creepy guy. Don't be the one who's trying to chat our ear off while we're busy or in the middle of unboxing all of our different freight for the day. So you're going to kind of have to learn to read the people working and realize, am I being a little rude, intrusive, maybe chatting his ear off when he's actually really busy. And don't get me wrong, we love chatting at GameStop. When I worked there, that was like my favorite part of the job. Is, you know, once I've gotten all of my tasks done, or if I'm all caught up on everything and I'm not drastically behind because I've been there all morning by myself, yeah, I love chatting. That was my favorite thing. I love talking about games with you. So that's number one. Number two, they're going to ask you what games you play. Don't just write down on the application Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto, because then you're not a gamer, you're every teenager in the world, and we're just not essentially going to really look at it. Also, if you're probably under 18, you're probably not getting hired. I'm sorry, most GameStops won't hire people. We will. It's not that we can't, it's just that there's a lot of restrictions that go on with you being underage. Especially with the holiday season, because a lot of GameStops are going to hire you seasonal. So don't just put some like light games in there that you think everyone likes. Put the more obscure stuff in there. Put stuff in there that shows, hey, I am a gamer. Because that's going to really help get you hired. I've had some really strange stuff put down on resumes as games that they liked before, and that just, if I haven't heard of it, that made me more inclined to interview you just to find out what it is you put down on that resume. And mind you, we have a stack of applications normally in the back. I shouldn't say we, I'm not a part of this anymore, but stack of applications. So you really want to differentiate yours. You want that reason for why I am different from everyone else. Because you know what? Everyone's going to put down Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto. Everyone. So just pick some other games. Pick something else that you maybe think is, this is going to set me apart from everyone else. So number 3. Yes, you are interviewing at a GameStop, but do not come in dressed like a slob for your interview. Come in dressed like a slob, or maybe stinking. Yeah, that's pretty common. If you don't stink, you definitely have a huge leg up over some people. But, you know, don't come in dressed like a slob. I mean, at least wear like a polo, at very least. You know, a button-up would be even nicer. I don't even care if you wear it with jeans. Just at least make it look like you have some form of, I care to get this job. When you come in dressed like a slob, it says, I don't care. It also says you're not going to care once you're hired to work here. Yeah, that's a big one. Number 4, I would probably refrain from showing any kind of system bias, unless you know the person you're talking to is biased towards the same system, because if you start getting very biased and that person isn't, you're going to start digging yourself a hole. So remain unbiased. Don't say, oh, I hate everything Nintendo makes. It's okay, if you don't like Nintendo, that's fine. Guess what? 90% of people like Nintendo. Whether they still play it or not, they don't hate Nintendo normally. So just keep in mind who you're talking to, and be polite. You can be laid back. I mean, I'm not saying like GameStop's like the most professional environment in the world. Definitely be a little more laid back. That'll help you out a lot. But you gotta kind of know like, hey, maybe I should be smelling pretty good. Not like I didn't shower for a month. Yeah. I'm also gonna be doing a video here shortly on customers that I hate to work with. That'll be a really fun one for you all. I will tell you some of my horror stories. And the worst one, oh man, it's a doozy. We called him Change My Mind Guy. But yeah, let me know down below what other videos you guys are really interested in seeing, especially in the GameStop forte, like what questions you have for me. The one I get the most is, hey man, how can I get in there? Also, when you do get hired in there, don't go into this expecting it to be a full-time job. You may get hired as a seasonal. If they really like you after the season, they will probably keep you. But you'll only be working 1 or 2 days a week and maybe 4-hour shifts, so it won't be a primary job. But if you do really, really well, there's a really good chance that could bump you into an assistant manager position. They've changed all the names too recently. They're not managers anymore, they're leaders or something like that. Again, I still have friends that work there, so I have to hear about this stuff all the time. But just let me know down below what all you'd like to see, and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And it's been a real pleasure doing this for you guys. Be sure to check out my podcast. It is Back Pocket Cast. It's available on Google Play Music, iTunes, and SoundCloud. It's me and 2 of my buddies. We're going to talk about a lot of games: Overwatch, Destiny, Xbox. Big stuff that's happening and going on. But yeah, if that starts to grow, eventually I'll be able to have more than 2 episodes up at one time. I just don't want to pay for it yet, with it being as small as it is. But let me know how I'm doing. Thanks, guys. Really enjoyed doing this.